Alright, in today's video, let's take a look at the calisthenics versus weighted calisthenics debate. And since I have done both and I'm still combining both to this day, I feel like I'm giving you guys some pretty good advice if it comes to this topic. So without further ado, let's dive into this video. First and foremost, let's take a look at both training styles before comparing them, starting off with calisthenics. So calisthenics is a form of resistance training where you're using your own body weight as a source of resistance. The four main exercises are going to be the pull-up, the push-up, the dip, and the squats. And over time, you can go in one of three directions. You can go into the explosive direction and work your way up towards explosive push-up variations and muscle-ups. You can go in the endurance direction and work your way up towards crazy sets of push-ups, pull-ups, and dips. Or you can go into the strength direction and work your way up towards one-arm pull-ups, one-arm push-ups, and handstand push-ups. And the main benefits of doing calisthenics is that you can do it anytime and anywhere with very minimal equipment, and you get this different sense of body awareness that you don't get from any other form of resistance training. And then we have weighted calisthenics, where you're going to take the four primary exercises of calisthenics and simply add external weight to them. So that means you're going to be doing weighted squats, weighted dips, and weighted pull-ups. But you can also add weights to other exercises like muscle-ups, handstand push-ups, even pistol squats. Literally any other calisthenics exercise that you can think of, you can add weight to them. And the benefits from this type of resistance training are pretty much the exact same from the benefits that you get from calisthenics training. And you also get a crazy carryover effect to calisthenics training if you get stronger at your weighted calisthenics exercises. And now that we have taken a look at both of those training styles, now let's actually start comparing them, starting off with the carryover effect from calisthenics to weighted calisthenics and the other way around. Now there is a massive carryover effect, and that goes both ways. So first and foremost, the carryover effect from calisthenics to weighted calisthenics. Now being good at calisthenics is a massive requirement before even starting off with weighted calisthenics. And the better you are at your bodyweight exercises, the better you're going to be further down the line at your weighted calisthenics exercises as well. I have done multiple videos on how and when to start off weighted calisthenics, and what I've always said in those videos is that before even starting off with the weighted pull-ups, for example, make sure that you're able to do 10 or 15 clean reps of normal pull-ups. So you need to be good at calisthenics first before even attempting or starting off your weighted calisthenics journey. Now there is also a massive carryover effect the other way around, so from weighted calisthenics to just normal calisthenics, because a higher 1 rep max on weighted pull-ups is going to make it much easier to achieve a 1 round pull-up or a muscle up. Weighted dips also have a massive carryover effect to your planche and your handstand training, and so pretty much if you are better at weighted calisthenics, it makes it much easier to train for normal calisthenics exercises. And whilst we're talking about that, let's actually talk about the differences in strength between those two training styles. Now this is a great example to show that strength is highly specific. So doing calisthenics makes you very good at calisthenics exercises, and you get extremely good at moving your own body through space. And so if you see people doing things like 90-degree handstand push-ups, planche and front lever, you only really get that from training a lot with your body weight, and so after a while your strength to body weight ratio goes through the roof. And weighted calisthenics makes you extremely strong at the three main exercises: the weighted push-up, the weighted pull-up, and the weighted squat, which have a massive carryover effect to your normal calisthenics exercises. But like I said, strength is specific. So if you want to achieve 90-degree handstand push-ups or one-arm pull-ups, you actually need to do specific work in order to achieve those exercises. But once again, having a very high 1 rep max on your weighted calisthenics exercises will make you progress much faster initially on your quest to those very high level calisthenics exercises. And now let's take a look at the differences in muscle mass and physique of people doing those two training styles. Now let's just talk about the elephant in the room. First and foremost, you build muscle with both of those training styles. Let's take a look at all the high-level calisthenics and weight calisthenics athletes. They both have built a substantial amount of muscle mass doing those two training styles. So both of them do build muscle. However, let's just say the truth, like, calisthenics people tend to be leaner and carry less muscle mass, and weight calisthenics people tend to be a bit bigger and carry around more muscle mass. So there I said it, weight calisthenics people tend to be bigger than people that just do their bodyweight exercises. Now, there's also something to be said about, like, if you are smaller with a smaller frame, you're gonna get better at normal calisthenics, and if you are bigger with a bigger frame, you have more potential for weight calisthenics, which might actually influence what training style that you pick down the line. But that's a totally different discussion that I'm not gonna get into in this video. And now let's talk about hybrid training for a second, because I feel like I have to mention that in today's video, because there is so much carryover between those two training styles. Doing a hybrid training approach is definitely not a bad thing to consider. Doing the combination of weighted calisthenics for just absolute strength and then some normal calisthenics to work on specific things can mean that you get the best of both worlds. So once again, it's definitely something to consider if you cannot decide. So you can definitely run them both for a period of time and get a very good result from doing that. And then finally, some of my personal advice and my personal experience. I've done just bodyweight training for about 2 or 3 years before doing a hybrid approach for the last 1 or 2 years. I personally really enjoy both training styles, and I personally really feel that the combination of both is the best of both worlds. You still get your strength from the weight calisthenics, and you get your specific strength from just doing the bodyweight stuff. So personally, if you're trying to choose between the two, just run both and you will get the best of both worlds. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, like, further down the line, you will get just bored of doing your bodyweight stuff, or at least I got bored back in the day. And that is why a lot of people that just do bodyweight initially tend to move to weight calisthenics further down the line, because at some point, especially if you're a bit bigger like me, it becomes very hard to actually progress into your bodyweight training, and you kind of need something to actually focus on and something to actually make progress on. So like I said, after a couple of years, I just went to weight calisthenics to kind of, you know, still have something to progress in. But that is a bit of a ramble, and so now let's actually finish off today's video. So like I always say, like and subscribe if you guys haven't already, and share the video, and follow me on Instagram. If you have any more questions, video ideas, or advice, leave them below in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and latest.